Hold on, I have to, like, position myself better because I'm going to bump the table like a fuck
Honestly,
ton.
Caitlin, you need a new piece of paper.
What?
Yours has a dog on it.
No, this is fine. I write small.
Caitlin,
Okay.
I got a fresh
Please don't,
penis for you.
please don't take the penis dog away from me.
Let's just get started.
You can't take the penis dog from me. You remember that song?
I remember that song exactly. Yes, of course, the penis dog song. How could I have ever forgotten?
Well, I think we've recorded our intro.
No.
I think it needs to start with Caitlin saying the penis dog.
Yeah, make it start with that.
Penis dog. I'm just putting it up.
Great start.
Okay, so here is the D&D. Welcome to Dames and Dragons, our 5th edition actual play podcast. My name is Kat. I am your dungeon master.
I'm Noelle, and I play Fran, Water Soul Genasi Wizard.
I am Caitlin, and I play Corbin, who is a human druid.
I am Sophia, and I play Laika, who is a tiefling paladin.
Neat. So last time you were shown your new digs in the Temple of the Goddess. You had a little party that, like, Fran was invited to, but decided that she didn't want to go to because she's too cool or whatever.
I don't know if I was invited early enough, so...
Okay. The goddess summoned you up to the aviary in the middle of the night, and you found all of the birds in the aviary were dead. And then you were attacked by some shades. And that's what you missed on Glee.
Oh, never mind.
What do you guys want to do?
What are our options?
I mean, you can
do anything.
you can do literally anything. I mean,
I take off my clothes and I streak. I'm just kidding.
I grow a pair of wings.
I cut off the wings and I eat.
Okay, so you guys can, you can just call it a night. It is the middle of the night. You can try and go to the goddess's room.
I feel like we should try and talk to her.
Yeah, she is only, like, down the hall from you guys.
All right.
She's not that far away.
Alright, let's go talk
We
to
do
the
that.
goddess.
Oh, choice Foley work, Sophie. Good job.
Thank you. My name is Laika.
Laika the Foley artist. Awesome. So the door opens just a crack, and the goddess peers out, and she opens her door a little wider and ushers you guys in. And she's signing very, very quickly, saying, what was that? Why were they here? I don't understand. Did they kill the birds? What's happening? What do I do? What do I do? Is basically what you can make out very clear is she's saying, what do I do?
They were clearly worshipping a false god. Evil prophets. Pharisees.
So, just ignore what he said. Please calm down. It's okay.
They need to be put to death.
She is near tears. She's telling you guys, I need to stop this. I don't know how to stop this. What do I do? They won't tell me what's going on. What do I do?
I'm just gonna say, she looks upset. What's going on, you guys? I can't understand.
Use your powerful godly magic to rain down fire and terror upon them.
Listen. First of all, can we just assume that we're telling Laika what she said?
Yeah, yeah, we can.
Cool.
Okay. So we overheard some of your attendants saying that, oh my lord, which, nobody says that stuff. It's very weird and suspicious. And we were just wondering, have your attendants been acting weird lately?
She shakes her head no. And she says, they could be referring to Cernunnos. Cernunnos is the god of the deer.
Right.
So maybe that's it?
Maybe. But I don't know about this stuff. I'm suspicious about it.
False prophets.
She suddenly looks like she's got an idea. She crosses to the other side of her chambers, which are, by the way, I didn't describe them. They're beautiful.
Oh.
They're like at least 3 or 4 times larger than your guys's. There is a a bathing pool in the middle with like a hot water from a hot
Shit.
springs. There's fabric draped over the windows that's blowing in gently in the night breeze. She's just got this beautiful, enormous bed covered in cushions and blankets, and it's, it's fit for a goddess. But she crosses past, all of this luxury to a stack of books that's by her bedside, and she grabs one. And it is a history of the temple. It's basically the architect's plans for the temple as it's been built and rebuilt and added on to. And she flips open this book to a page where it shows the Undertemple. And she points to this and she signs. She says, "We have to go down there. That used to be a prison. Whatever these were, maybe they came from there."
So we're really tired. Do you think we have to go right now?
I feel great. I would just like to say,
What was in the prison?
She shrugs. She doesn't know. But shades and shadows are remnants of evil creatures. They come from the life of another creature, so if they came from somewhere, and an evil creature must have been held down there, so maybe there'd be a clue, is kind of what she's thinking. But the guards are on alert, and maybe we should wait till morning, but maybe the clues will be gone before morning. And she's back to sort of freaking out.
Does your magic pool heal spell slots?
No, it's a bath.
Maybe we should rest for an hour and then go.
She concedes.
Okay.
I hold her hand.
She lets you hold her hand and is like a little bit weirded out by it, like by how much you want to hold her hand, but is cool with it.
I hold Fran's hand too.
I pull my hand away and I go and sit in the corner and just meditate for a while on my spell book. And by the way, when I say I'm in the corner, I'm facing the corner.
So I have a question. So this is a short rest, right?
Yeah.
Can is it possible to regain one spell slot through a short rest, or do you just have to
I
rest?
honestly don't know.
Can we regain all our spell slots?
Can we just do it?
Can we just do it?
Just do it, please. Mom,
I use more.
please.
I'm tallying the spells I use, and it's more than I thought.
Yeah, so it's just for regaining hit points.
Okay.
So the goddess does regain her hit points, so that's good.
Yeah.
We don't regain spell slots though?
No, you do not
No,
regain
that's
spell
fine.
points.
I'll manage. I have some left.
I have one, but I'll just stab stuff.
Yeah.
Are you good, Noel?
Okay, yeah. I used cantrips,
Okay.
Okay,
partially.
so in an hour, you guys are just gonna head on down?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the goddess goes to follow you. Like, are you gonna let her come with you?
I think I'm suspicious about what's going to happen to the goddess if we leave her alone.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I would
true.
say too. I think we better.
But I also don't want her to get hurt.
Yeah, but I think...
Can we disguise her or
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, if only we had a bard.
Do you know any bards?
I mean, yes, she does know bards. Yes.
I'm very interested in bard culture.
She does know several bards.
Are they trustworthy?
Actually, there are bards around right now because there is the ceremony at the end of the week.
Summon a bard for us, goddess.
I can do illusions.
Oh, that was a little bit.
I mean, we can just straight up disguise her. We're in a room full of her clothing.
Yeah, can
Okay.
we make her stealth disguise though?
Well, I mean, you can make her a disguise. Why don't you guys roll to see how good you can disguise her?
Wait, where's deception?
I almost
I
got
can't
critical
read.
fail.
Oh, there it is.
That's
Ew.
bad.
I got 17.
Cool.
I got 15.
Okay, so Laika, you just sort of start grabbing things and throwing them and yelling, "Disguise! Disguise!"
It works.
Corbin, you attempt to make these things work, but you're not 100% sure how clothing works.
Right, that's fair. I don't really wear any, so.
Yeah. So, after a minute or two of these two flailing about, and the goddess standing there very patiently, Fran, you take over and you craft a expert disguise so that she looks like one of the attendants.
I think this is one of the first, maybe not the first, but one of the best roles we've done in terms of fitting our individual character abilities in regards to character backstory.
Yeah,
That's true.
I feel like Fran would know what's
Yeah, I
up.
feel like Fran would
Yeah.
totally know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so down to the Undertemple. So you guys head down. It is still middle of the night, although it is getting towards early morning. So everything's pretty quiet and you're able to get down there without too much trouble. It's everybody's favorite. Time for more spiral staircases.
Yay!
Apparently just the architects in this temple really love spiral staircases.
Is there a railing?
No, there's
Damn
no
it.
railing.
You know what I'm thinking.
I knew where you were going.
That banister style.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, there's no railing.
Is there a shield I could use to surf down the stairs like
yeah.
Legolas in Lord of the Rings?
I don't know, unless Laika has a shield.
I have a shield.
Okay, no. You do not. There's no shield.
Damn it. All right.
So, you guys head down to the Undertemple. You're able to avoid most of the guards. The ones who do see you, they give you the side eye, but they're not going to do anything. You know, you technically outrank them.
And we could beat him the hell up, too.
I do the eye thing again where I
Yep.
point to my eyes and I point to them and I'm just like,
I give them I give them mean looks, but because my face is so birdish, I just end up looking kind of like constipated and confused. But I'm really trying to get my anger across.
I just like nod at them and act normal. So
You head to the staircase down to the Undertemple. It's not guarded because this hasn't been used in ages. Like, no one's gone down here. When you open the door, it's just like an explosion of dust. So the goddess tells you as you guys are going down the stairs that according to everything she's been able to find, there was an ancient evil held down here. But there's not any other details about it, which is not normal because there's really detailed records about everything in the temple library. But you guys head down the stone staircase and emerge into an enormous cavern. There is a hole in the middle of the cavern which is just leads to nothing. There's just sky and clouds that you can see through the hole, and there are chains hanging from the ceiling above this hole they're bolted into the ceiling.
I'm picturing a hole like the moon door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think moon door of Game of Thrones.
All right.
But there doesn't seem to be anything down here. It's just a cave with some chains and a hole.
Laika, do you sense anything down here?
let me check.
What are you?
Yeah, I'll use Divine Sense.
Okay. You don't sense that there's anything evil or good or anything down here. It seems very empty. But you can tell that very long time ago, there's just the smallest traces of this cloying evil presence. And maybe evil's not the right word for it. It just doesn't feel right.
You guys, there's a moldy bread box that was definitely here. That's the smell and vibe that I am getting.
No.
Yeah.
Not this guy again. Our nemesis.
The goddess asks, moldy bread box?
Don't you worry about it, okay? My lady, we're gonna take care of it. You're not gonna need to worry about this bread box.
We're on it.
But make sure that you inspect only your bread in the light of day before you eat it.
Okay. All right.
Bread mold is dangerous.
It's a serious danger.
So do you guys want to do anything else, or are you just going to talk about bread mold?
Investigate?
Sure.
Yeah, let's all
Yeah.
investigate.
Oh, this is yours.
I got over 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got 18.
Okay, Laika, you are too busy investigating this bread mold to see anything else. But, Fran, you notice that there are claw marks on the edges of the hole. Like, deep gashes. They are deep into the stone. And that it looks like whatever was in here climbed out.
Like down, out?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I tell my friends that.
Yo,
Bad.
Bad, just bad.
Bad.
So, the goddess, she looks concerned, to say the least, and she says, that doesn't make any sense. You can't climb the bottom of Estra. There's nothing...
Dragon. Flying monster.
Dragons all died.
Flying pig flying monster.
There aren't any monsters. Like, whatever was in here, like, just sort of at a loss.
Could it have gone below?
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Below?
To the world below us?
To hell!
Well,
From whence it came!
if it did, it's dead. Nothing can survive down there.
Not even undead?
Maybe. I suppose.
I'm getting an undead vibe from this moldy.
When was the last time anyone ever went down there?
She's drunk. She doesn't know it. The Undertemple is part of the construction of the first temple here in the city. That was probably, over 1,000 years ago. So whatever was held down here, there's no record of it. There's nothing, there's no clues.
Could we send a man down with a rope and a hazmat suit to protect him from the radiation?
The what? and a what?
You know,
Bread mold is very dangerous.
Where is this
the
bread?
radiation from the bread mold.
The goddess is confused. Does not know what you're talking about. Does not understand. Wonders if you're truly qualified.
Could we lower a guy down and, see what's up down there?
Down to the world below?
I just down in the hole, just see if there's anything else.
Is the hole just open to the world below? Is
Yeah.
that the deal?
Yeah.
No.
And we can't see nothing?
You can't, no, just clouds. All you can really
I
see.
think we should put somebody down there.
Alright.
Corbin, seems like you're volunteering.
I volunteer with all 3 of my buds. I said 3, but I meant 2.
The goddess. Is the goddess one of your buds? You volunteering the
There's a little
goddess?
man in my pocket. He's going with.
I think Corbin just doesn't know how to count.
I never did learn how to read.
Okay, the goddess sort of thinks for a minute, and then she nods. She's, okay.
Do
Okay.
you have a rope?
Yeah, we all have ropes.
Oh, I mean, did you bring your entire adventuring kit?
Yeah, to the dark gloomy
I
tower?
should-
Oh, hell yeah.
I should also maybe mention at this point that I am a druid and can turn into animals and still, I'm pretty sure, maintain my normal human intelligence. It's called wild shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn into a crow because that's my mainstay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn into a crow, I'm gonna fly down there and look around.
Okie dokie. You fly down through the hole, and you can see there is a trail of claw marks. It looks like whatever was there, it dragged itself across the bottom by digging its claws into the stone bottom of Estra and just clinging on each time. So there's a trail that goes all the way to the edge of the island, and then up over the edge. It does kind of disappear towards the edge because, there's just sort of more buffeting.
Right.
But you can still clearly see that whatever this was, it got out.
And it's on the island somewhere.
Presumably.
Cool. Alright. I take a good look at where it came out, I memorize the spot in my brain, and then I fly back.
Okay. And it is starting to get light. You can see through the moon door that it's morning now. And the goddess, she says, we have to get back, or if the attendants find me out, I honestly don't know what they'll do. They'll fuss a lot. Certainly that.
Alright, we better hurry back.
I tell you guys what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
We assume.
Should we tell the goddess not to tell her attendants?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she agrees. She says it will just make them fuss more, and then they won't let me out of their sight. So you guys, you head back up to your rooms? Do you want to take a nap, maybe?
Yeah,
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Get some sleeps.
Take a sleepy.
You guys get a few hours of sleep in, but not that much, as the attendants burst into your rooms. Up. They say, it's time for your first official duties as the goddess's attendants. You have to make the rounds and inspect all of the preparations for the Festival of Lights.
I was having a nightmare and I fall out of my bed.
Okay. So you have 5 minutes to get ready. The goddess will be waiting in the hall.
I roll over and go back to sleep.
I also go back to sleep, but I just am on the floor now.
See.
All right. 5 minutes later, the attendants come back. Which one's on the floor? You're on the floor? Yeah, she kicks you.
Oh.
Has up now. We're going to be late.
I roll under my bed.
So the other attendant, he gets down on his knees and he just grabs you by the arms and drags you out and proceeds to just dress you himself. He's just going to do it now.
I'm embarrassed, but I'm not about to stop him.
The other attendant, she goes to, I guess she'll go to Fran's room first and says, if you do not get up this very moment, I will drag you out of that bed myself and dress you. Do not test me. My friend is in the other room getting Corbin ready.
I start laughing. I wake up. I get up, get ready. That really warmed my heart.
Okay, and she goes and gives the same threat to you, Laika.
I'm getting dressed, but my arm is on like upside down and backwards. So I'm just too tired.
Just too tired to live. Okay, so you guys get up, you get ready somehow, and it's a normal day. Seemingly, it's nice out. You guys head out of the temple and into the temple square. The Temple of the Goddess is kind of its own miniature section of the town. There's a large square in the center. Directly ahead of it is the temple itself. Off to the right is the temple library. And down to the left, there's some various shops and things. Pretty much the only people around are attendants and guards. But it seems to sort of run itself as its own miniature town. So, you meet up with the goddess, and she gives you a little wave and makes a shushing motion like, this is our secret. But the 2 deer attendants are there again. And it seems to be the same ones that were, there last night. All right, says one of them. Today, all we need you to do is just smile, follow behind the goddess, and make sure nothing happens to her. It's not that hard. I'm sure the 3 of you are up to the task. Can we just count on you to stay quiet?
Yes.
Good. Don't interrupt.
Corbin didn't say anything. He didn't make a promise.
I'm remaining quiet.
So, you guys head out the gates of the temple square and into the city of Estra proper, which is, the temple square was kind of busy, but in comparison, Estra during the day is an explosion of people and noise and colors and smells. It's kind of amazing, especially for you guys who just, grew up in the forest and have been just recently shuffled off into this world.
I am visibly upset.
Okay.
I'm scared by the people and the loud noises and the colors. My bird eyes are swiveling in every direction. And I'm like, if I had feathers, they would be real poofy. I'm upset. I'm scared. I cower a little bit.
Do you get the Miyazaki hair going on?
Yes. That's exactly what's happening to me.
I am delighted, and I just do some heel kicks and jumping around. Uptown Girls playing in my head. I feel great.
Feel great? Feel good?
I'm in it. I'm just look at all these humans.
There are also elves, half-elves, orcs, half-orcs.
Yeah. I'm a reverse furry. I'm a girl who was raised as a wolf who's obsessed with humans.
Is that a fleshy?
Yeah.
Please never say that again.
I'm a fleshy.
Never call it. No.
Don't agree. Please don't say you're fleshy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the goddess is leading, sort of. Her attendants are walking beside her and just a step ahead, but to all appearances she is leading, and she smiles and she waves, and people part. It's like parting of the Red Sea for her. They touch their foreheads as she passes, and that's a very traditional sort of greeting and prayer to the goddess. So your first stop is going to be at the Bard's College.
I become enthralled. I suddenly don't realize how horrible the world is in terms of its thick.
It's thick.
Robin Thicke.
You're right, Robin Thicke is horrible for the world.
Its thick density of human and other species.
Mortals. The word you're looking for is mortals.
Thank you. I don't realize how thick the world is with mortals, which is not a describing word that I thought carefully about before I used. Anyways, I'm excited for the bards.
Okay. There's a sound of sweet music coming from every window. It's a large stone building, like every other large stone building in Estra. But as you enter it, there's an indoor courtyard where the master of the Bard's College greets you. No!
I make that noise out loud.
Alright.
What is going on?
Okay, so at the Bard's College, they have set out chairs for you guys. Well, they set out chairs for the goddess and her attendants, and you guys are now relegated to standing behind them, because they did not set out chairs for you.
Well,
I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought that the bards were better than this. But.
Well, so you guys hear a nice performance, a selection of bardic music that will be played at the festival.
Your music is gonna be dope!
And it's gonna be really bad at this part.
So that's all good. Your next stop with the goddess it's called the Magician's Workshop, but what it actually is kind of a special effects store, more or less. But fancy. And as you walk in, it is pandemonium. There are wizards running back and forth because they're creating the lights for the Festival of Lights. And there are these floating lanterns, which the goddess will send up into the sky, and they will, represent all of those who were lost in the Great Cataclysm. And each one is made individually. They're each a handmade thing. And I'm going to have you two, Fran and Corbin, I'm going to have you two make Arcana checks.
Okay. Whoa, I critical failed. Which doesn't really
I got 7.
Okay. So you guys you're too overwhelmed.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure.
14 plus 1.
Okay. So these two nerds who should know what they're doing, they are just too distracted and overwhelmed by all of the activity.
I really like the bard's music.
Yeah.
I love wizards. I'm surrounded by wizards. My eyes are closed and I'm not looking at anything. I'm just sniffing it in.
Sniffing.
Smells great.
Wait, what did you roll?
15.
You smell something weird. You can't quite put your finger on it. It's not an evil smell. It's just not right.
Is it similar to the weird presence from...
No, this is an actual smell.
Oh, okay.
This is an actual smell.
It's a magical smell?
It doesn't smell magical if magic has a smell. It smells kind of like a chemical, like a solvent or something.
Ooh, this does not bode well. I'll let you guys know.
Ah, Corbin, why?
Fran, please stop blaming me on all of your horrendous farts.
Can we do investigation checks?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got 14.
I got
18.
16.
Okay. You watch as they're creating each light, and each one is a small paper lantern, which they pour a series of sands into, and then finish off with a small vial of liquid. And each liquid is different. Each one looks a little bit different, and you're told that it is because each one is individual in order to represent the individuals who were lost.
One of them is probably poison. that individual was poisoned.
Yup.
We gotta sniff this out, you guys.
Yeah.
Are you gonna just sniff? You're gonna sniff each one?
We're investigating.
I can turn
Okay.
into a dog and smell stuff.
Well, okay. So, as you're investigating this, one of the attendants comes over and says, "How is the new compound working out?" And the wizard who's working on it says, "Oh, it's working quite well. Every time we've tested it, it's created just the most brilliant colors. Thank you so much for the recipe."
Is it a deer attendant?
Yeah, it's one of the deer attendants.
What do we do, you guys? Can we knock the lanterns out of
Can
their
we
heads?
knock the deer attendant out and
Wait,
investigate?
I'm gonna do a performance as a distraction, and you guys go knock it out because I got my charisma skill.
All right, I don't have any charisma. So
Alright, what kind of performance are you gonna do?
Yeah,
What do you guys suggest?
Can you use
Do a dance.
Yeah.
Do a break dance.
use
All right, I will.
use your mad voice spell too?
All right, thaumaturgy. I say, "Hear ye, hear ye."
You have to make a check. You can't just yell things and just expect
Okay.
it to work.
Well, my thaumaturgy cantrip would just work.
Okay, but I'm gonna still have to make a performance check.
Okay, so 12 plus 3, that's 15, and I say, "Watch these sick moves."
Alright, everyone watches your sick moves.
Alright, so while she's doing that, I take one of the mystery compound things.
Okay.
The deer attendants wear like veils, right?
Mhm.
I playfully like put his veil up, like in a way that I'm joking, but secretly I'm trying to see what he looks like, or she. looks
They're
like.
both women.
Okay, well I'm trying to see what she looks like.
You do actually. You can see what she looks like. And she looks like a elven woman.
I stare at her with my eyes.
She like puts her veil back down and says, "Please don't touch me."
I shake my head.
What's her name?
I say, "What's your name?" "What's your name?"
This is the creepiest interaction of all time.
I have to clarify for sure. I am thrusting my boob window.
My name is Cecilia. Is that important to you?
Yeah, write it down. Because I'm coming back to Cecilia.
Okay.
Isn't there a song about Cecilia?
Oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart.
Window.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's Cecilia and Cordelia.
Nice.
Cool, so the other one just volunteers her name?
No, I'm just telling you guys because I need to write it down for myself.
Okay.
Alright.
I have a sense that other attendant's name is Cordelia. Like from Angel, one of
I
my
also-
favorite characters.
I also sense that.
Okay. So Cecilia gives you a weird look and then walks away.
She watching my sick
I
moves?
thrust after her.
So actually the other one, Cordelia, she grabs you by the arm and says, "Did I not tell you to be quiet? Is that not the one thing I told you to do?"
Can I use my thaumaturgy cantrip again?
Yeah.
Guess,
Okay,
yeah.
I say in a really loud, booming voice, "What?"
Drops you and shakes her head. This is not behavior befitting of a personal guard of the goddess, and I and the goddess are both very disappointed in you.
What is the goddess
yeah.
doing? Does she look like she's enjoying this?
She's just looking at some of the lanterns, like the
She doesn't even notice.
the
So-
people in the workshop are trying to impress her and show off their work.
I silently shake my finger at Laika.
I give like a thumbs up.
I make like I'm pointing to your boo window,
Right,
and I
right.
give you a thumbs up.
I wink and mouth the word thank you.
I shake my head.
I blow a kiss to Fran.
I look away and then I reach out my hand and quickly snatch it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello there. I hope you're enjoying the episode, guys. I'm Noelle, and you know who I am. It's me. I want to thank everyone once again for listening and interacting with us. You guys are a hot pack of hot tamales. In particular, I want to thank Moonstalker24 for her awesome iTunes review. Feeling outnumbered around a gaming table can be tough, but we're here to, be women and be playing D&D. For you, Moonstalker24, we will do this. Thanks also to Ton Cruise 5000 and someone called Not Noel's Sister, *wink***. I have no idea who you are, but thank you for listening and liking our podcast. And thank you for the 5-star review. And thank you for the microphones, which aren't actually going to be in use until, episode 8, I think. We're so grateful, whoever you are. You can have birthday tacos if you want, whoever you are. Whoever you are. Moving on, let's talk about Facebook. There's a lot of podcasts out there with some really incredible Facebook page communities. And as we move forward, we're going to be working on developing ours as well. Our Facebook page is, as you might expect, Dames and Dragons. That's facebook.com/Dames and Dragons. We post episode updates there, post our art, and talk to people who are listening to our podcast. If you comment there, we will immediately talk to you. Did you go there to not have us talk to you? Did you go there to speak nonsense into the void? I'm sorry, but we're talking to you. Welcome to the Abyss. We're here, and we're talking about it. Okie dokie. Well, last of all, just a note about this episode. We were thinking about this after recording, and although it's implied, we wanted to make it really clear. The veils and masks that the attendants wear in Estra are not religious symbols. They're more like work uniforms that people would take off when they're off duty. To compare them to something in the real world, they'd be like how Americans think about wedding veils, I guess. They're pretty, it's traditional, and everyone does it, but the covering of the face isn't actually that important. This is all to say, don't touch other people's clothing without their consent. We don't condone that, that's all. And that's it for me today. So now for a message to Chantel.
So Chantel, the code word is Samson. The sleeper agent is active. Go. So, do you guys have anything else you want to try and do?
Yeah, should we look at that? We should, investigate what that stuff is, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to necessarily do it now.
But I mean, the lanterns aren't going to be lit, right?
No, they won't. It's not until the end of the week.
Yeah, that's why I kind of took it, so we don't have to cause a scene.
Right.
Check out more stuff.
Okay. So, there's a few other errands that you guys run around the city. You go find the caterers and see what they're up to. They're making some delicious cakes. You try some cakes.
What kind of cakes?
Mm-hmm. Honey cakes.
Honey cakes.
Yeah.
Treacle tart?
No. Honey cakes. So you guys, you go to the textile district and look at the banners that are going to be hung. They're beautiful, of course. Everything's beautiful.
Does one say Bruce on it?
No. Why?
Because it's a Bruce banner.
Get out. Just leave.
Sorry. Let's keep going.
Okay. So your last stop is actually back at the temple square where you meet up with a very tall half-orc woman. Nice. Probably 7 feet tall. And she is,
I roll to fall in love.
I have a crush on her.
I don't act any different.
Okay.
I already know I have a crush on anyone who's taller than me.
Alright. She's very smartly dressed.
Smart.
And she's holding a scroll and walking around the square, and she's drawing it. She introduces herself as Persephone, and she is the decorator. And she says, all right, so here's what I'm thinking. The stage is going to be here in front of the temple steps, of course. And then we're going to enclose the square using the banners that you... Did you check on the banners? And the attendants, they nod.
They all say Bruce.
None of them say Bruce. Except
Not
for
like
one,
last year.
except for one, very small in the corner. A guy named Bruce did sign his work.
Nice.
So, she says, there will be banners, and they will be strung from every window in the square. And the attendants look at it, and make some changes. So Cecilia says, I think it would be best if we try and create the illusion of an intimate space. Is there any way we could sort of use the banners to cover the exits, if that makes sense?
Bad idea. I disagree.
Okay, I step forward and I use disguise self to make my clothing look like a cop. I'm wearing aviator shades and a bulletproof vest.
Okay.
And I say, excuse me, I'm in charge of security and that's not gonna work.
So Cecilia gives you this look like, what? Franika, please. I understand that you're simply trying to do your job, but let me do mine and let Persephone do hers.
No, I'm pretty sure security trumps, like, intimate space.
Can you disguise us, too, so we also...
I only have disguise self, but you guys can try.
Wait,
where's disguise?
I step forward and I don't try at all. And I just say, your head will be on the chopping block then when the goddess gets murdered.
And Cecilia, she laughs in your face. No, the goddess getting murdered?
I'm gonna use intimidation check on her.
Okay.
All right.
Good call.
That's a 2. So I'm just like, hey, stop that stuff.
Listen, children, I understand your concerns, but know that there will be no one who could possibly even attempt to hurt the goddess. They won't be allowed inside. The security at the gates of the temple is incredibly thorough.
Can we persuade Persephone?
Yeah, can I roll to persuade?
Yeah, you can try and persuade Persephone.
Okay. 6?
Oh, wait, I have high persuasion. So 17.
17. Okay. Persephone says, I do see their point. How about we do this? Instead of covering the exits, which I would look beautiful, Cecilia, I do agree, but instead of doing that, how about we simply hang them at the alleys? Because, it is a closed system. There's only one way in, and that's through the gates. So it should be fine if we just... It's a compromise, right? And Cecilia, you can't see her face. She does not seem happy with this, but she agrees.
I have a question about the Bruce banners.
The banners, yes.
How flammable are they? Like, if I used a cantrip to set them on fire, would they burn?
I don't believe so.
They wouldn't burn at all.
And Persephone's kind of struggling with this. This is not a question she wanted to answer. So Cordelia says, not to worry, Corbin. We've made sure that all of the banners have been fireproofed with the best spells.
Well, I think they should be able to burn.
I step in front of Corbin.
You guys are just constantly stepping in front of each other.
Yeah.
The attendants and Persephone are just stepping back.
Yeah, we're getting increasingly closer.
I'm standing behind Fran though, because I'm she's a cop, so I'm pointing to her she's a cop.
Yeah, and I'm listen, ladies, listen. We're gonna do it Persephone's way. She's the designer. Putting stuff over the exits looks dumb, and she knows it. And
well, it doesn't look dumb.
It looks dumb. And we're gonna keep those exits wide open.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cecilia and Cordelia, they acquiesce. Well, Persephone, listen, let's use this time to go over your places. So, my goddess, and she gestures to the goddess, you will be standing on the stage here, and she places her at the front of where the stage will be. And then she takes each attendant by the shoulders to sort of move them, and, they're placed slightly behind her. And then she goes to grab you guys, and Cordelia steps forward and says, now, I know what you're going to do, Persephone, and I understand why you're going to do it, but we've just had so many problems with the citizenry, with everything that's been going on. I just don't think it would be wise to have her guards so close. It simply looks like we're expecting an attack. And Persephone gives her a look and says, well, that's where they belong, behind her.
I start laughing, and I
Can we all fake laugh together?
Yeah, we all laugh.
Are you just coughing?
That is my laughter. I am gleeful right now.
Oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart with these jokes.
I'm Cordelia.
Cordelia, we're gonna stand by the goddess. That's where we belong. Persephone honestly has everything figured out.
Can I try and charm Persephone, flirt with her a little bit?
Sure.
Good call.
All right. How do I do that?
Great
Is that my
call.
charisma?
Yeah.
All right, 18 plus 5. I nail it.
She is charmed by you, but you are also much younger than her.
That's cool. Anyways, I'm like, Persephone, hey, you're a beautiful, intelligent woman with a sense of design, and I think we should stick to your vision and just cut to the chase and stop having all these unnecessary inputs, because I think it's clouding your vision.
I turn to Cordelia and I say, "You're a villain."
The goddess very subtly steps on your foot.
Aww. Well.
So, Cecilia and Cordelia, again, they acquiesce, although they do not seem terribly happy. So, you three are placed, just a step behind the goddess. Her attendants are placed another step behind you guys.
I turn and I wink at them.
I thaumaturgy make it sounds like Cordelia has a fart. A fart.
She's embarrassed. That wasn't me. That's an immature joke.
I say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is there anything else you need from us, Persephone? Well, I mean, I just want to go over the procession, and Cordelia stops her and says, nope, it's fine. I think we're done for today. Why don't the three of you go back to your rooms? The goddess has a lot of praying to do.
I think you have a lot of praying to do.
So the goddess, she starts to sign to you guys, but is whisked away. And the one word that you could get from her sign language was library. And that is where we are going to leave it off for today, to time. Whatever time you are listening to this, dear listener, that is where we are going to leave it.
If it's 3 a.m, you go to bed.
Go treat yourself. Get those full 8 hours.
Shut those little baby eyes.
Yeah, shut the peepers.
If it's noon, same thing.
Same thing.
Get your eyes shut.
If you're at work, go home. Take a nap.
If you're in your car, don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes on the road.
But
do
start
pull
driving.
over.
Start driving home, or pull over and take a nap.
Run into the woods, go sleep there.
Yep.
The Undertemple. You learned about...
Sorry, it sounded like you said Undertemple.
You're just thinking about those hot browns.
I'm just got hot browns on the brain.
I just never get out of that state of mind. So stupid to laugh at. So fucking dumb. I'm sorry.
We are 4 grown adults. We laugh at farts.
Oh, man. Anyway.
We're never even going to play D&D.
We're not going to get there. We're never getting there.
We're dying.